Da-na-na, da-na-na, tss, da-na-na, da-na-na, tss, da-na-na, da-na-na, dam, bam, bam, dam. Da-na-na, 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 meow, meow. What's up, everybody? It's Mars Sports by Marshall. Today we have a bunch of games to predict. We have the NFL this week. No teams are off this week, so let's get right into it. But we did week 2 NFL predictions last week. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff this week. Tonight we have the Dolphins taking on the Bills. The Dolphins, I mean, they definitely looked better last week, but still definitely a very shaky team. We lost to the Patriots, so I think that team is going to not be great this year. Well, maybe we'll turn around, but they're playing Buffalo, who they never have good luck against, and Buffalo looks like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. I'm going to go with Buffalo to win this one. 83% go with them as well. As well as going to set my fantasy lines for tonight, for this week. 12 p.m. Ow! Oh, man, my freaking chest pain's back. Sorry, Green Bay versus Cleveland. Sorry. Dude, Green Bay looks like a legit contender for the NFC. I mean, they beat two NFC contenders in a row with both the scores, both times scoring 27. So yeah, I think Green Bay looks really good. I think that team is really young too, so they got a lot coming for them. A lot good coming for them, that's for sure. They're taking on a Cleveland team. Lost their first 2 games this year, and they got blown out by Baltimore, so that's not a very good start to the year. But I do think Green Bay is a much better team at this point. 84% go with them as well. I'm actually hurting, bro. Might need some medicine later. Ow. Indianapolis versus Tennessee. Indianapolis, man, I'll tell you what, Daniel Jones, I think he was just in the wrong place, honestly. He's been balling this year so far. He's looked a lot better than he did with the Giants. So, already good start for the Colts. And I think that team, obviously I know their GM. I think it was Chris Ballard, I think is his name. Rest in peace. The owner? I think that's the GM. The owner is the one that passed away. Former Colts owner Jim Irsay. So rest in peace, by the way. Obviously they're playing in honor of him. Yeah. You're taking on the Titans. Titans, honestly, definitely not looking great to start. I mean, they two losses in a row. They lost by 2 scores to the Rams. Yeah, but I will go with the Colts to win. 80% go with them as well. Now the Bengals taking on the Vikings. The Bengals, they lost Joe Burrow. That's going to really, really hurt. But they do have 2 wins on their resume so far. And they're taking on the Vikings, who J.J. McCarthy's out too. So we're going to have a lot of injuries to quarterbacks this starting off for the week. But Minnesota, they did not look great against the Falcons. Their offense was practically invisible for that game. But yeah. But with that being said, I actually don't know who's going to win this game because both of them. By the way, Jamar Chase versus Justin Jefferson. That's going to be interesting. So yeah, but two of my boys, man. Anyways, I'll take Minnesota. 54% go with them as well. I just feel like the Bengals, I just don't have a great feeling about them. Yeah. Pittsburgh versus New England. Pittsburgh, they lost to Seattle last weekend after a really good week 1 against, offensively against the Jets. But yeah, that defense is definitely not looking great, honestly, which is ironic because usually Pittsburgh's defense is usually pretty good. And they're taking on New England, who just beat the Dolphins last week in a close game. So definitely some momentum going their way. Mike Vrabel finally got his first win as the Patriots coach. Yeah, I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this one. 64% go with them as well. At the Rams vs. Eagles, very intriguing matchup here. A rematch of last year's divisional round. Rams have looked really good so far. They beat the Texans and the Titans, and I think that team's bound to be really good. And they're taking on the Eagles, who just beat the Cowboys and the Chiefs. So very good start to their season. Two very like crazy teams, I guess. So like one's a big rival, one's your Super Bowl, one's your son because you're the Chiefs' daddy. So yeah, anyways, I think Philadelphia wins. 72% go with them as well. I don't think it's going to snow this time though. Then you got the Jets versus the Buccaneers. The Jets, They're the Jets. They have not looked that good. I mean, they almost beat Pittsburgh, but like they didn't beat. They lost by a lot against Buffalo, and they're taking out a Bucs team I think is actually a good team. I mean, they beat the Falcons and the Texans, two teams I think with wild card potential at least. So yeah, but I think that because yeah, the Texans could win the division, but I think honestly I think the Colts are going to win the division at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna take Tampa Bay to win. 87% go with them as well. And I got the Raiders versus the Commanders. Raiders, Geno Smith did not look great last week. 4 interceptions, not very. Or I think it was 3 or 4 interceptions, not very good. He lost to the Chargers, so I mean, definitely not a week to forget for him. And they're taking the Commanders, who lost to Green Bay last week. That Green Bay team is really good. Yeah. But I think Jaden Daniels' status is he actually gonna be out for the game? It's gonna be questionable for Jaden Daniels, but I do think they're still gonna win that game. Give me Commanders 7% go with them as well. We'll see though. Jaden Daniels, if he's out or not, it's probably gonna be a huge impact in the game. Yeah. Anyways, we got division matchup. We got the Falcons taking on the Panthers. The Falcons looked great in their game last week. I mean, their defense has been their defense was really good against Minnesota. They being 22-6, so definitely a lot good going for them. And they're taking on the Panthers, who oh my god, bro, they don't look great. Lost to Jacksonville. They were getting crushed by the Cardinals, so they made a comeback. But I do think the Falcons are still going to win this game. 81% go with them as well. The Texans versus the Jaguars. Texans are 0-2. Not a great start to the season. Some news about Jamie Ward today. There's that. I know he got in some trouble. So yeah, but Texans. The Texans. I mean, they've lost their first 2 games, but they're both against good teams, the playoff teams last year. So definitely a lot left to be desired there. I think on the Jaguars, who beat Carolina, they lost to Cincinnati, but they look like a good team this year. I think Liam Cohen's for sure like improving that organization. Yeah, I do think Texans are a better team at this point. It takes 54% go them as well. Yeah. Just see him be clutch. All right, let's go to my game. We got the Saints take on the Seahawks. The Saints, I mean, they're unclutch as they can be. They lost 2 games, 2 close games, though. It's like Spencer Rattler can't win a game as starting quarterback, even though he looks good. Like, he got 3 touchdowns last week. Look at him go, man. Spencer Rattler might actually have something up his sleeve. Take on the Seahawks, I mean, who... They beat the Steelers last week, and they also had a close loss to San Francisco. But I do think Seahawks win 85% go themselves. But I think the Saints are a better team than people give them credit for. I mean, it's just they're unclutch at this point. But yeah, Denver versus the Chargers. The Broncos, they've looked good. I mean, I think are they in the no, they haven't lost, but they lost to the Colts. Yeah, that's right. They lost to the Colts in a very close game last week, but they beat Tennessee to start the season. They're taking the Chargers. I mean, that team looks good, man. I mean, they beat the Chiefs. They beat up on the Raiders. See, I think that defense looks very good. See, I'm going to go with the Chargers. 72% got them as well. Now I got the Cowboys taking on the Bears. Dallas, I mean, they actually look like they could be a serviceable team this year. They almost beat the Eagles, and they beat the Giants in a shootout, which was one of the best NFL games I've ever seen, at least at least recently. They're taking on the Bears, who, I mean, they had a close loss to Minnesota. They got destroyed by Detroit, and it has also been Johnson's former teams. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys to win. 60. Oh my God! Everyone laugh. 6-7, 67% go them as well. Get your laughs out now, anyways. Cardinals versus the 49ers. Probably, it's just me. The Saints getting like most of their NFC West teams out the way to start the season. They played the Cardinals and the 49ers, and then now the Seahawks. Now this matchup to determine who's the Saints' real daddy. And it's been painful as a Saints fan as of the last few years. Cardinals, they're undefeated. They've had some close games. They beat a close game against New Orleans and a close game against Carolina where they almost shook the game away. Yeah, they're taking on San Francisco. They've looked solid. Very similar scenario. 2 very close wins. Yeah, against the Seahawks and the Saints, of course. Yeah, I think to win this game. I'm gonna go with the San Francisco 49ers. 7% go with them as well. Now, is Brock Purdy gonna be back this week? Okay, he might be. Yeah. Because of course Brock Purdy was out last week with Mac Jones played. Actually, I think he threw three touchdowns or something like that. I almost forgot he was on that team until I saw he was on the depth chart. Yeah. Now we got the Chiefs versus the Giants. Sunday night. This is a weird Sunday night match. The Chiefs, I mean, not a great start to their season. I mean, they lost. I didn't realize they lost all their preseason games. They lost to the Chargers and they lost to the Eagles, so not a great start to the season. They're two good opponents, but still, they're taking on the Giants, who their offense definitely looked a lot better last week. Like Russell Wilson was balling. I think had one of the best games of his career, but that defense let him down. As they let Dallas score 40, of course, and they lost that game. But I think Giants got potential to be really good. So yeah, I have a weird feeling the Giants are going to win, but I'm actually going to go Kansas City. Nice, 69% go them as well. I am pulling for the Giants. Just saying. I do not like the Chiefs that much. It's just, yeah. Detroit versus Baltimore. This could be a great game. Detroit looked really good against the Bears, scoring 52 on them. And the Baltimore looked really good as well as they beat up the Cleveland Browns. So, yeah. But they definitely got a lot of great things going for them, both those teams. So, yeah, but I do think the Baltimore Ravens are going to win. 60% got themselves. Plus, I can't forget, Baltimore crushed them a few years ago. So, yeah, when the Lions had that really good season, but they made the NFC Championships, yeah. Anyways, there's your picks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and goodbye. See you next one. Peace.